I ain't gonna mess with it too bad. I ain't gonna get some of y'all upset. But when you see how we have embraced social behavior and the practices that have even come into the church, it shouldn't shock you. There was a time when people had conviction. I mean, real conviction. When they would come to church, they themselves knew they were not walking right, and they would come to the altar, or they would silence or sit themselves down. You didn't have to go through no long dissertation trying to explain to them why we have to silence you. They had conviction. These people today have no conviction, and then when you challenge them and confront them, they get mad at you and they talk about you and they walk away from the church and they embrace doctrine that's not sound. Okay, since you don't believe it, no. You know, I know I'm gonna take my time with it. I'm gonna really take my time with it. In 2 Timothy chapter number 4, 2 Timothy chapter number 4, it says it like this: for the time will come when they will not endure sound. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Sound. The time will come when people will not want to hear stuff that's going to confront their attitudes, their behavior, and their dysfunction. They don't want us to preach none of that. They want us to shout them and dance them all night long and not deal with, you have to live right. You have to walk right. I know this ain't no popular message tonight. Holiness is still right. Why you think you see so many sicknesses coming in the church and all kind of diseases? There was a time we didn't see this type of stuff manifest to this level because people had power with God. And once that demon tried to show up, somebody would stand up together and start pleading the blood. Folk don't plead the blood no more. You know why? They will not endure sound teaching, doctrine, instruction. Woe to them that call evil good. I'm going to say that one more time. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, who say darkness for light and light for darkness. That's the age we live in now, where everybody feels that salvation is just give your heart to the Lord, confessing with your mouth, and you're saved. Now, I'm not going to get into no long exegetical analysis on salvation, but I believe this. I believe that when a person gets saved, there's a change of your lifestyle. Y'all don't like this here tonight. I just believe you can't be mean as a snake and say you saved. I can't believe you backbite and you talk about each other and put daggers in each other's back and say you say. I just cannot believe that people that are full of envy and jealousy and competition can say they say. Bishop Page, are you judging us? No, I'm fruit inspecting. The Bible says you shall know them by the fruit that they bear. Why don't we spend more time inspecting people's fruit? Come on now. Had you looked at their fruit, you wouldn't have married that. You would have never dated that had you taken some time to fruit inspect it to find out, is it really connected to God? Because everything in this season is not connected to God. And I got news for you. I don't have no more time to waste being connected to anything that's not going in the same prophetic direction that I'm going. time come when they will not endure, but after their own lusts, their heat, that means they bring into their space folk that say what their flesh want to hear. For that is, he's supposed to be sanctified, set apart. Lord, I feel my help up in this church. See, we don't hear about sanctification no more. When the last time you fasted? I mean fast out your clothes. How many times you have fasted from a table, from a plate, from food, where you say, Lord, I need more power? Because see, that's what the saints of yesteryear taught us. You want some power with God? Learn how to crucify your flesh. Learn how to lay between the porch and the altar and call on God. Kill your flesh by fasting. Now that's how we were taught, right? Well, the text says he goes to his father and mother and says, get her for me. But let's look up this. But let's look up this thing here. Is there a woman among the daughters of your brethren, among all my people, that you must go and take a wife from the uncircumcised and unbeliever, someone that is an idolater, a polytheistic worshiper? You mean to find me? You can find nothing in Zion? Zion? You mean to tell me you can find nothing in Judah to be attracted to? Oh, come on now, come on now. You mean to tell me, you mean to tell me you've allowed them to come in here and migrate and become a part of what we would call in the Old Testament a mixed generation of people, and you don't know how to maintain a standard of lifestyle? I ain't got no help up in here. See, I'm not telling them not to come. You can come any way you want to. But when you get up in here, you've got to change your behavior. Y'all ain't going to say nothing to me. No, I'm not asking you to clean yourself up when you come. But when you get in here long enough and the power of God is flowing, you're going to get convicted to the point where you're going to start taking some stuff off. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to me. No, I'm not asking you to clean yourself up when you come. But when you get in here long enough and the power of God is flowing, you're gonna get convicted to the point where you're gonna start taking some stuff off. If you can come in church and never feel convicted about nothing wrong you do, something's wrong with our power. Wait, you can't find nothing to marry? Now see, let me use that word marriage metaphorically to depict you can find anything in Zion to enter into a covenantal relationship with. Why do all your friends think differently than you? And you're supposed to be a believer. You don't have enough influence to impact the people who you are connected to with your power. You change before they change. I ain't got no help up in here now. There's some of you right now that have people that you don't like, that's never done nothing to you. But your dumb friend got some folk right now you cannot stand, that's never had a conversation with you. They've never shook your hand. They've never said anything out of the way. But because you're under a cloud of manipulation and witchcraft, you don't like them because your friend is influencing how you feel. I ain't got no help up in here now. Yeah, you got some folks out when someone has been infected with bad doctrine. because they get arrogant. See, when you get infected by wrong doctrine, you get disrespectful, and then you don't feel like you fit in. See, you were doing good until you got exposed. I ain't got no help. See, that's the reason why they told us as young people, don't carry your hips everywhere. Stay in your own church. Go to your own revival. See, some of y'all been going to the wrong tables, eating from the wrong garbage cans, letting the wrong folk lay their nasty hands on you, and now you done got infected and contaminated with a spirit of rebellion and anarchy, and we can't tell you nothing because your ear gate is clogged up. Your spirit is all twisted because you ain't connected to power. Me happy. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to me up in here. See, God has never called us as leaders to preach you happy. We are drove to drive you to holiness. I don't care if you shout or not. I want you to go home and start thinking and reflecting about how close you need to get to God. She pleaseth me well. Now answer me this question. Who you been talking to that's got you so wide open that you'll bring your foolishness to your parents? Who you been associating with that you have lost respect? I can't get no help here. There was a day when folk would have respect. Even if they didn't agree with us, they would have respect for us. Even if I said something that hurt your feelings, you wouldn't get wind all in your cheeks and looked all upset and all uncomfortable. You would smile and you would kind of deal with it. But these folk today will sit right there and act like they want to fight you and then have the nerve to say, I need to talk to you when service is over, man of God. And going to confront leadership. There was a time when people, even when they didn't understand what we were teaching, would trust us enough to say that he's saying it because he loves me and he's not trying to hurt me. Why do you think Paul said there was a time when you would have plucked your eyes out and given them to me? But have I now therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Why don't people want to hear truth anymore? Because it's easy to live a life of mediocrity, but in order to be connected to God, there's a sacrifice you gotta make. Oh God, I feel like preaching in here now. You cannot touch, you cannot taste, you cannot handle. There's things you gotta tell yourself. I want to do that, but I cannot do that and maintain my connection with God, because God reached over 1 million people and decided to snatch me out. I'm